What's up, guys? B&B Sports Cards and Collectibles here with another kind of a retro break. I've got 1990 Donruss Baseball Wax Box. So I've opened a lot of these, over time. I saw one the other day for about $10. So I thought, what the heck? It's a fun break. Not a super valuable set, obviously. But they got a lot of error cards in here. I don't know what all of them are. I'll probably have to look some of that up when we're finished. But one card I don't have that would be cool to pull would be the reverse negative of Juan Gonzalez, which I know I could get that on eBay for less than I paid for this box. But a little more fun when you're looking for it. So, of course, it's got my dude Ryan Sandberg on the front. What do we got here? 30-something packs, probably 36 packs. I'm not sure how many are in each pack. What does it say? 16 cards. And then it comes with a puzzle piece, of course. So, anyway, here we go. Nice and fresh pack. Wax pack. So every card on the back will have a little bit of wax on it. I don't remember what all the errors were. If you know some, feel free to comment below. And I'll come back and look for those. But move these scissors. All right, the puzzle is Carl Yastrzemski, so I'm pretty sure I got that somewhere. Jeff Pico, John Smoltz, second or third year card. I think it's third year. Clay Parker, Don Carmen, Roberto Kelly, Scott Scudder, Pat Borders, Wally Joyner, Spike Owen. Hey, that's a good one. King Griffey Jr., Diamond Kings, first pack. Cool. Again, I know they're not super valuable, but, I like it. Wow. This would have been a big pack back in the day. My favorite player ever, Barry Bonds. So I got my two favorites in my lifetime in the first pack, Bonds and Griffey. Kirk Gibson, I never can say this right. Hernandez, Oral Hershiser. All right. Next pack. We'll just go across. That way it's easier to pull them out. All right. Looking for Sammy Sosa rookie card as well. Bob, how do you say that? Guerin? Thought that was an R. Benito Santiago. Willie Frazier. Eric Yielding. Lou Whitaker. Neil Heaton. Howard Johnson Diamond Kings. Dan Quisenberry. Rick Luckner. There's Cal Ripken Jr., Greg Maddux, Jody Reed, Chris Carpenter, Ellis Burks, King Griffey Sr., Gerald Clark. This is my favorite era of baseball. Probably most sports, just the 90s era. So I like breaking this older stuff. I had quite a bit of this Donruss just because I think it was like 33 cents a pack back then. So that's about all I could afford. I couldn't buy those $1.99 upper deck packs. That was crazy. Oil Can Boyd, Mike Smithson, Joe Oliver, Dwight Evans, Mike Pagliolero, Paul Gibson, Dennis Cook, Gene Larkin, Danny Darwin, Carney Lansford, Paul Molitor. There's a Steve Avery rated rookie. Not bad, especially in the 90s. Harold Reynolds, Scott Bells, Tony Castillo, Lee Getterman. A lot of people don't like these cards, like the style, the red, and they don't like the cursive name, and I actually kind of like them. Now, the next year, 91 Donruss, I have a box of that over there, too, I'm going to break, but I'm not a big fan of that card. I think it just looks cheap. But my least favorite set of all time is 91 Fleer with the yellow cards. That drives me nuts. Ryan Sandberg All-Star. I know there's an error with this, but I don't know what it is. Mike Fetters rated rookie. Scott Bradley. Joe Carter. How do you say that? Beaver. Greg Myers. Roger McDowell. Roberto Kelly. Scott Scudder. Pat Borders. Wally Joyner. Now we're getting some duplicates. Mark Langston. Randy Kramer. Mike Brumley. Walt Weiss. Hey, this was a pretty cool card. You're probably going to have a little bit of wax. Not too bad. Second year Griffey. For a time, people really got confused and thought that was his rookie card. I mean, everyone would say, got a Jeter, got a Griffey rookie here. And I'm just like, why do people think that? Because he definitely had a rated rookie in Donruss 89. So, but that's one of my favorite cards. It's a cool picture. And I think it really looks good with the red and the cursive name at the top. But maybe I'm weird. All right. Mark Grant, Billy Swift, Melito Perez, Scott Buechele, Pat Combs rookie, Will Clark. Kevin Tapani, I don't know. Pete Harnish, Ernest Riles, Tom McGran, Billy Hatcher, Mark Gabiska, RJ Reynolds, Sid Fernandez, Bryn Smith, and our first MVP card is Kevin Mitchell. Next pack. More puzzle. I'm sure I'll have the whole puzzle by the end of it. Jack Clark, Rick Cerrone, Alejandro Pena, Randy Bush, Alex Trevino, Stan Javier, another Paul Molitor, Kent Mercker rated rookie, Mark McGwire All-Star, John Farrell, Ron Gant, not his rookie. I don't know what I was thinking. I think at 88 Donruss is his rookie. Mel Hall, Steve Jeltz, Dave Righetti, Tim Leary, and George Bell. All right. I'm setting some cards to the side that probably confuse you, but if anybody ever played for the Cubs, I usually hang on to their cards. Not for value, but just being a Cubs fan, I just like to have them all. Jeff Parrott, Rick Russell, All-Star, Paul O'Neill, Mookie Wilson, Bill Schroeder, Spike Owen. There's a Pete O'Brien, Diamond King, Mike Witt, Jimmy Key, Bill Buckner, Gary Redus, A Story, Mike Morgan, Rick Mahler, Todd Stottlemyre, Ed Whitson, Jay Buhner. I remember when he slid in the 93 World Series. I think he slid into third base maybe. And he hit his chin. And the rest of the game he was pitching. His chin was just bleeding. Or it had a blood spot, almost like a strawberry on his chin. That was a good World Series back then. The old Joe Carter. But even before that, it was a great series. They had some slugfests where they just hammered each other's pitchers like crazy. But both teams had some decent pitching. Obviously, Curt Schilling was with the Phillies. The Blue Jays had Juan Guzman. Dave Stewart, he was with the Blue Jays then. So some good pitching. Don Paul, Pete O'Brien, Dave Bergman, Jeff Musselman, Andy Hawkins, Tom Bernowski, Terry Steinbeck All-Star, the Doctor, Dwight Gooden, Dr. K, Trevor Wilson, Eric Hitzel, Joel Skinner, Bob Walk, horrible name for a pitcher, Mark Thurmond, Charlie Leibrandt, Bob Melvin, and then Vance Law. Remember watching him play a lot growing up. All right, this is going to be a long break. A lot of packs. Trying not to talk too much, but I enjoy this, so get over it. Lance Johnson, 88's his rookie, I believe. Steve Buechele. Oh, Marquise Grissom rated rookie. Okay, cool. He was a pretty good player. Diamond Kings checklist. Greg Gagne, Storm Davis, Terry Kennedy, Jerry Brown, Marty Clary, Ken Phelps, Mike Lavalier, Mark Carrion, Larry Walker rookie card. Very cool. Awesome. Hojo MVP, Bobby Witt, whose son is now in the majors. And Kevin, at least I think he's in the majors. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's with the Royals. I'm not sure if he got called up or not. I think he did. All right, next pack. All right, Lee Stevens, Andy McGaffigan, Pete O'Brien again, Chuck Finley, Dave Johnson, Jim Eisenreich. He was on that Phillies World Series team I was talking about. Jeff King, Mike Sharperson, Bo Diaz, Mike Scioscia, Cal Ripken Jr. autograph. Oh my gosh, not autograph. All-Star. Darnell Coles, Scott Fletcher, Mike Stanley. Oh, okay. I don't have this card. I forgot he had a rated rookie. Robin Ventura rated rookie. And then Matt Williams. for the Giants. Pretty good home run hitter, especially on the strike year. What, 94? There were multiple guys going for the record that year. John Dobson, Ellis Burks Diamond King, Darren Jackson, Tim the Rock Reigns MVP, Dennis Rasmussen, Greg Cadaret, Steve Sachs, Craig Lefferts, Ozzie, The Wizard All-Star, Mike Moore, Tony Fossas, Julio Machado rookie, Brian Dubois rookie, Joe Orsulak, Scott Sanderson for the Cubs, and next pack. I skipped the last name. I saw it, but I can't remember who it was now. All right. John Cerruti, Bill Doran, Herm Winningham, another checklist, Mitch Webster, Jeff Montgomery, Mark Guthrie, Dennis Eckersley, Greg Litton, Mark Grace, love Mark Grace, Jeff Treadway, Jim Gantner, Bo Jackson All-Star, that's cool. Alvin Davis MVP, Steve Sachs, Diamond Kings. What in the world, that background? It's ridiculous. Rants something, Mulligans, Brian Holman. I don't remember how big this set was. There's quite a few cards. I'm sure it was like 500 or something crazy like that. But I don't know that for a fact. Rick Honeycutt, never fails. Always get a Honeycutt. Les Lancaster, Rock Reigns, John Russell, Sean Dunston, John Smiley, Mike Hinneman, Mike Blowers, probably his rookie, Gene Harris, there we go. Looks pretty good, not centered that well. Sammy Sosa, rookie. Very cool. All right. Rick Leach, Tony Fernandez, Mike Fitzgerald, Kevin Mitchell. Hey, what a pack this would have been. Mike Jeffcoat. Get the Juan Gonzalez and the Sammy Sosa in the same pack. That would have been big time. Not the reverse negative, unfortunately. But that pack would have been definitely worth the 33 cents back in the day, I'll tell you that. I don't know. Those probably go maybe $1, probably a card. I don't even know if they go for that much. But Sammy might. I know during the pandemic they were, but I think we've finally come back down to reality a little bit. John Moses, Dave Henderson, Bob Nipper, Mike Fielder, Tom Glavine, Danny Tartable, Javier Hernandez. Oh yeah, I think that's one of the cards that are, there's a Glavine that says Smoltz or a Smoltz that says Glavine or something. That's, I want to say the MVP cards. Kevin McReynolds, Zane Smith, these cards. Hojo, MVP, Petrali, Poole, Quinos, Gross, Ramos, Stubbs. So maybe we'll get one of those. Either the corrected version or not. I don't think we've gotten it yet. The Glavine or the Smoltz MVP. I think it was this set. Sounds right. Chris Sabo, Jim Dwyer, Kurt Wilkerson, George Brett, Dave West, Tim Lawless, Scott Geraltz, Paul Ossenmacher, Jeff Treadway, Rob Deere, Tom Gordon, Greg Swindle MVP, Lou Whitaker Diamond Kings, Kent Anderson, Jerry Reed, and Dave Stewart. Ugh, terrible. True by definition wax packs. All right, Norm Charlton, Tim Cruz, Mike Marshall, Bill Spear, Mark Lemke, Tim Wallach, Mickey Telleton, Diamond King, Dave Stewart MVP, Frank Viola, Greg Brock, Mike Lacoste, Fred McGriff, Steve Lake, Bud Black, Alan Trammell, Keith Hernandez. Not a bad pack there. Got a Alan Trammell Hall of Famer. I can't remember who else was in there. Golly. They usually tear a little better. Found these at a, what's it called? Antique mall. There was a section of all cards, so $10, not bad. Gary Gaetti, Dave Parker, Steve something I can't read, Andre the Hawk Dawson, Andy Nezelic, Rob Deere, Bo Jackson, Julio Franco, Jim DeShays, Jack Howell, Jim Presley, Gary Ward, Rick Sutcliffe, Tim Burke, Jeff Hewson, and Joe Girardi. This might be the Cubs team I remember most growing up. I don't know why. It's probably the year when I really started really focusing on players more, I would guess. Maybe it. I don't know. But I remember all these guys vividly. Dwight Smith. I loved his score rookie, which I want to say that was 89. So, yeah. I don't think that's going to be a rookie card. Let me straighten these up. Tim Filer, Lonnie Smith, Mike Harkey, John Smiley, Chet Lemon, Ricky Henderson, Mike Kingery, Steve Rosenbaugh, Jeff Kunkel, Manny Lee, Dennis Martinez, Ken Hill, Alex Sanchez, rated rookie, Cecilio Guante, and Barry Lyons. Golly. It's really on there. There we go. Maybe. Maybe not. Old Sanchez here in the back is going to be a little messed up. That'll be a rated rookie card, I bet. Juan Samuel, Kurt Manwaring, Nick Isaski, Clint Zavares, Rafael Belliard, Larry Sheets, John Smiley, Mike Henneman, Mike Blowers, Gene Harris, another Sammy. There we go. That one looks a little better. And we'll get another Gonzalez with it. Rick Leach, Tony Fernandez, Mike Fitzgerald, Kevin Mitchell, and then the Sanchez rated rookie. Good to get 2 Sammys, though. I haven't kept count. I don't know if we're about halfway or what. I usually pull the packs out, but I didn't do that. Randy Velarde, Rafael Palmeiro, Kevin Hickey, Greg Minton, Larry Anderson, Lou Whitaker, Neil Heaton, Howard Johnson. We've gotten a lot of him on the inserts. Dan Quisenberry, Rick Luckner, Cal Ripken Jr., Steve Wilson, Oil Can Boyd, Mike Smithson, Joe Oliver, Dwight Evans. Not a bad pack. Got a Ripken. And a cover, too. I think one. Steve Wilson. So I would have been happy with that 33-cent purchase. All right, puzzle piece. Here we go. Mike Pagulero, Rick Cerrone, Alejandro Pena, Randy Bush, Alex Trevino, Stan Javier, Paul Molitor. Let's get another Griffey or another Bonds. Come on. Steve Avery rated rookie, Harold Reynolds, Scott Bells, Tony Castillo, Lee Getterman, Jeff Parrott, Dave Righetti, Tim Leary, George Bell. I'll take another Gonzalez too, not to be greedy. Ugh. I remember we'd go to Walmart and get in the car and just start ripping packs. And I'd get so excited about any Cubs or any players that I knew and tell my dad all about it. Kurt Manwaring, Mike Greenwell, Greg Swindle, Benito Santiago All-Star, Phil Bradley, Jeff Kutzer, Paul Sorrento, Oral Hershiser MVP, a checklist, Ruben Sierra Diamond Kings, always liked Ruben, Glenn Hoffman, Steve Sachs MVP, Greg Harris, Dave LaPointe, Steve Balboni, Candy Maldonado. The lower we get, the harder these packs are to get open. Oh, this one's got the wax on the outside. That's interesting. I should have done the wax on the puzzles. That would have been nice. The wax is on the front of the card. That's... Wow, that just ruined that thing. It's a rookie card of Glenellan Hill. Very odd. I've never seen it like that. See, these two are backwards. Huh. Okay. Just a mistake by the machine. Rick Reed, Chet Lemon, Walt Weiss. There's a Nolan Ryan. I know he had some errors in this, but I think it was his 5,000 Ks card or something. Maybe his Diamond Kings. Jeff Ennis, Atlee Hammaker, Mike Greenwell, Joel Skinner, Bob Walk, Mark Thurman, Bobby Thigpen, Tim Drummond, Vaughn Hayes MVP, a checklist, Glenellan Hill rookie all screwed up with wax, and Jose Quindo. Oquindo. Jose Oquindo. I didn't ever like him. Pretty much didn't like anybody that played for the Cardinals, though. There were a few. Obviously, you respected Ozzie Smith. I liked Willie McGee. Yeah, that's about it. Cecilio Guanto, Barry Lyons, Kurt Manwaring. Seen him multiple times. Nick Asaski, Clint Zavaro, Rafael Belliard, Larry Sheets, Son Hilligus, Wally Backman, Paul Molitor MVP, a checklist, Ruben Sierra, Diamond Kings, Glenn Hoffman, Steve Sachs. Yep, we've seen all those. Gonna start seeing probably, oops, sorry about that, hit the camera. Probably gonna see nothing but dupes from here on out. David Cohn, Rick Yett, Ed Whitson, Fran Manrique, Kelly Mann, rated rookie, Mickey Tettleton, Ron Karkovice, Sean Rowley, Barry Larkin, Eddie Murray, Jeff Hamilton, Don August, Jeff Blauser, Terry Mulholland. He was a pitcher on those World Series teams I was talking about. Holton and George Bell. So, not really dupes on that one. I'm going to move these commons out of the way, which aren't they all commons? But anyway, I'm going to move them out of the way. Keep hitting them with my elbow. Need a better setup. But I'm about to move, so I don't really have that. Lee Stevens, Andy McGaffigan, Pete O'Brien again, Mike Witt, Jimmy Key, Bill Buckner, Gary Rita Astori, Mike Morgan, Rick Mahler, Mike Sosha, Cal Ripken All-Star, Darnell Cole, Scott Fletcher. Thought he played for the Rangers. Mike Stanley, Marquise Grissom, rated rookie, and Diamond Kings checklist. What do we got? It's always hard to get the last box or the last stack out. All right, there we go. Almost there. These come in a lot of those Walgreens packs. Those what do they say on them? I don't know what they're like. One pack, and it used to be 100 cards or 75 cards, and now I don't even know. Maybe it's 50. They really started taking cards out of there, and the cards got way worse. Dave West, Dave Parker, Steve Lamb, Bardazzi, Andre Dawson, Andy Nazelic, Rob Deere, Tom Gordon, Craig Swindle, Lou Whitaker, Kent Anderson, Jerry Reed, Dave Stewart, Dwight Smith, Tim Burke, Jeff Houston, Joe Girardi. Good Cubs pack. Next. Ken Caminiti, Ozzie Guillen, Milt Thompson, Bob Boone, Tim Jones, Paul Kilgus, Carlos Quintana, Lee Smith, Jeffrey, Jared Clark, Gary Templeton, Rob Murphy, Ken Howe, Carmen Castillo, Dave Smith, Bob Welch. Puzzle out of the way. Brooke Jacoby, Alan Trammell, Keith Hernandez, Randy Velarde, Ken Daly, backwards card. Greg Vaughn, rated rookie. Kevin Hickey, Greg Minton, Larry Anderson, Steve Lyons, Jim DeShays, Willie Randolph, John Costello, Brett Saberhagen, Cal Ripken Jr., and Steve Wilson. Next pack. We're at 23 minutes. Man, time flies. Brett Saberhagen, Bob Malacki, Vance Law, Mike Boddicker, Greg Harris, Jose Rio, Danny Heap, Bob Tewksbury, Rob Murphy, Ken Howe, Carmen Castillo, Dave Smith, Carney Lansford, Ted Higuera, Julio Machado rookie, Greg Briley. A lot of duplicates of not very good players. That's one of those packs that you pull and you're not very happy. And you want to run back inside and buy another one. Greg Gagne, Storm Davis, Terry Kennedy, Jerry Brown, Marty Clary, Danny Tartable, Xavier Hernandez, Kevin McReynolds, Zane Smith, Howard Johnson, MVP. Gotten about 4 of those. Bobby Witt, Kevin Bass, Chris Sabo, Jim Dwyer, Kurt Wilkerson, George Brett. Didn't get any Smoltz or Glavine MVPs. I don't think we got any Cubs MVPs. No Sandberg, Dawson. Haven't got the regular Sandberg card, I don't believe. Bill Landrum, Don Robinson, Terry Breeze, Fernando Valenzuela, Dave Stewart, Harold Baines, Eric Anthony rookie, Mickey Tettleton, Ron Karkovice, Sean Rowley, Barry Larkin, Jose Gonzalez, Pedro Guerrero, Glenn Bragg, Mike Stanton, Todd Froworth, sorry, left the R out. Frank Tanana on the back getting ruined. Billy Ripken, colored his bat in. That's probably good. Eric Davis, loved watching this guy play. Darryl Strawberry, probably my third favorite player growing up, behind Griffey and Bonds. Dan Plesac, Scott Terry, as far as non-Cubs anyway. Obviously my Cubbies took first. Al Leiter, Ricky Jordan, Doug Jones, Bill Bathe, Greg Jeffries, Hal Morris, Chris Carpenter, Bip Roberts, Willie Frazier, Rafael Ramirez, Frank Tanana. Yeah, Sandberg and Dawson and Dunston and Grace, and like that goes without saying. They were all my favorites. But, favorite all-time player ever, that'd be Barry Bonds. And then the Griffey and the Strawberry, they were my favorite non-Cubbies, so... Carl Yastrzemski, Dan Plesac, Scott Terry, Al Leiter. This is what the puzzle looks like when you get it all put together. So, it's a card from the set. Which, looky there, I said 500. This is number 588. No telling how many cards there were. That may be the last one. Brooke Jacoby, Frank Williams, Jeff Musselman, Don Slott, Frank DePino, Roberto Alomar, Brian Downing, Julio Franco All-Star, Frank Tanana, Ken Caminiti, Ozzie Guillen, Milt Thompson. 2 more packs. And try to keep it under 30. We're at 27 minutes. I better hustle. Puzzle. No backwards cards. Oh, we got a Griffey. Sweet. Second Griffey. Awesome. Love it. Looks good. Don Paul, Cecil Espy, Lloyd Mosby, Brian Downing, Kirk McKiskell, Mike Greenwell MVP, Joey Cora, not a rookie, I don't think. Dave LaPointe, Steve Sachs, Craig Lefferts, Ozzie Smith, All-Star, Corey Snyder, Joe McGrain, Diamond King. Yeah. Last pack. Yeah, we'll keep it under 30. Golly. Oops. Sorry, Dickie. Dickie Thon got ripped apart nearly. Dickie Thon. Puzzle piece. Jamie Navarro. Dan Pasqua. Tim Laudner. Jack Armstrong. Eddie Murray. Mike Marshall. Bill Spears. Mark Lemke. Vaughn Hayes. Randy Milligan. Dave Stewart MVP. Frank Viola. Ugh, Francisco Cabrera. Can't stand that guy. Knocked Bonds out of the playoffs with that hit. But he was doing his job. Tony Pena and David Wells, not a rookie. All right, that's it. Did pretty good. Got a couple Griffies. Got 2 Sammy Sosa rookies, 1 Juan Gonzalez rookie. Yeah, so overall did really well as far as Donruss 1990 goes. So a cheap break, a fun break. These don't go for very much. For good reason, but it's always fun to pull and, to break these, especially when they're sealed and they haven't been searched and all that good stuff. So, 1990 Donruss baseball cards. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe below and give me a like. Comment if you have anything to say about 1990 baseball. All right, have a good one.